Hello, readers! How are you doing today? It's that time. Time for our last chapter of the second Dory book. Okay, we always have to review what we've read just to make sure we didn't forget anything. Chapter 6 was called Into the Woods. Now remember, Dory's dad took Dory and her brother and sister to the park. And they were playing at the park, and Dory was so bored. But then she found a chicken. Do you remember what the chicken's name is? Mr. Nuggy. And then she started playing her imagination games, and Rosabelle was there. Now Rosabelle had an apple that made her not feel so good. And Rosabelle said Mrs. Gobblecracker gave it to her. Then we found out that Mr. Nuggy got turned into a chicken because Mrs. Gobblecracker had his wand. So they went on a hunt to find Mrs. Gobblecracker. And that is where we left it. So let's start reading chapter 7, Launched into Battle. Now, yesterday I asked you to come up with some wonderings. What do you wonder about chapter 7, called Launched into Battle? I want you to remember what you said. What did you wonder about this chapter? And let's see if your wonder is answered. We follow Mrs. Gobblecracker's pointy footprints into a creepy bat cave, through a giant spider web, and into a thick, dark forest. I clear a path through the forest by chopping down little trees and branches with Rosabelle's sword. On the other side of the forest, we follow Mrs. Gobblecracker we find Mrs. Gobblecracker sitting by a fire. From behind the bushes, Rosabelle waves quietly to the prisoners who are peeking out of the cave. What should we do now? I whisper to Rosabelle. Well, I'm dying, she whispers. So you jump out with the sword. I need to look scary, I say. That's easy, she says. Behind the bushes, Rosabelle rubs some mud on my face and arms. How about this? I whisper, putting my shirt over my head, which makes my hair stick straight up. How about this? She says, then mushes up my hair even more and throws a bunch of pine needles in it. Now you look like a super freak, she laughs. Come here, I'll launch you. I've never been launched before. Wait, just in case we need it, I've got lemon juice, Rosabelle says. Then she ducks down low and pushes me in the bottom hard. Hi-ya! I'm launched. I land on my feet. Dory? Says Mrs. Gobblecracker. Is that you? Nope, I say, shaking my head. Not me. I forgot how easy it was to trick her. Well, whoever you are, did you come for Violet's doll? Nobody cares about that doll anymore, not even Violet. I came for the wand, I say. Ha ha! Good luck with that, she says. Mrs. Gobblecracker pulls on her sword, bigger, shinier, and sharper. But with one ninja slash from me and a squirt of lemon juice in the eye from Rosabelle, Mrs. Gobblecracker is blinded and her cape catches fire. Remember when I asked you if she has helpers? Says Rosabelle, clenching her teeth. Ouch! Ouch! Ooh. These people look kind of scary to me. Rosabelle's dragon leads the knights to our rescue, and together we fight a wild and crazy battle. Bump! Mommy! Pow! Weakling! Help! Bok! and lose. But nobody thought to tie up a chicken. Mr. Nuggy runs into the cave. Okay, so what happened? It's kind of confusing. They're in this big battle. But then Dory and her knights and Rosabelle, they lost. They're all tied up. But do you see Mr. Nuggy? Looks like he's up to something good. Okay, so the last word, Mr. Nuggy runs into the cave, grabs the wand, and no more chicken. Mr. Nuggy quickly unites us and then frees the prisoners. I knew you would find me. Guys, we have a problem. After our escape, everyone runs home, except us. Now that Mr. Nuggy is finally back to himself, we laugh really hard that he has a chicken. We laugh really hard that he was a chicken. Hilarious! Then Mr. Nuggy reverses Rosabelle's poison spell. Now, hop around on one foot and sneeze 2 times and bend your elbow back like this, he tells her. How can I hop around on one foot when I'm dying? Okay, fine, says Rosabelle. And by the way, nice hat. You too, he says. As soon as the spell is reversed, Rosabelle says, uh-oh, did you hear that noise? Listen. I hear Violet calling me from the playground. Rascal, come on, we're leaving. It's starting to rain. Oh no, I say. I wish we were still tied up. I know, says Rosabelle, wiping dirt off my face. But we better go. We say goodbye to Mr. Nuggy, since he lives in the woods anyways. Before he leaves, he whispers to me, the pancake recipe was too complicated. I can't. It's okay, I say. School's not that bad. It was nice to meet you, Rosabelle says to Mr. Nuggy. Rosabelle and I walk back into the playground. This is my best friend, Rosabelle, I say, introducing her to Luke and Violet. Their mouths drop open in disbelief. Huh? Says Luke. Rosabelle? Says Violet. See their mouths? Wide open. They didn't believe her. Rosabelle, come on. We're leaving too. I'm coming, Daddy, calls Rosabelle. Her dad definitely does not look like a king. Bye, Rascal, waves Rosabelle. See you on Monday. Luke and Violet stare at Rosabelle as she walks off, holding her daddy's hand. Then they look at me. Told you, I say. And then what happened? Asked Mary. After the princess was saved from Mrs. Gobblecracker's spell, all the creatures in the woods cheered with joy, I say. The prisoners went home to their mushroom houses. The woods was a peaceful place again, and I was a hero. Wow, tell it again, says Mary. The end. That is the end of our second book. Now I already have the third book. It's on my shelf over there. So we will be able to start book 3 tomorrow. Now, book 3 is called Dory Phantasmagory. Dory, Dory, Black Sheep. It's this one. So we will start that tomorrow. I'm not going to give you a sneak peek because it's a brand new book. All you get is the cover of our book. This one. And you can make some guesses. Why is it called Dory, Dory, Black Sheep? Do you think Rosabelle is going to be in the third book? What do you think is going to happen to Dory? Is there going to be a new character, maybe? A sheep? I don't know. That's something for you to think about. Tomorrow, we will read the first chapter of book 3. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, friends.